What is going on, guys, and welcome to the first episode ever of Contributing with Conor, which is my new podcast. So, just launching it. So, excited for that to be a thing and really get it rolling. So, this first episode, what I really want it to be all about is really just explaining how I want this podcast to go, what the whole point of it is, explaining the challenges that I've been doing and all of that stuff. So this first episode is all just about that. So really the name is kind of in the name, Contribution with Conor. And first off, I just had to come in and shout out a huge thank you to anybody listening who's ever followed me, who knows who I am, who's paid attention to any of my content, any of the challenges that you've jumped in and just kind of done stuff with me. I just want to say a huge thank you for that. And anything that's just been along the way, along my life journey, if you know me from the past, I just want to say thank you for being you and thank you for knowing me. Beyond grateful for anybody that's tuning in and watching this podcast, and that will continue to listen and just watch this journey of my challenges throughout this year and continue to watch the podcast and everything in further years. So, of course, with that, the name is Contribution with Conor. So the whole point of this podcast is really just to contribute to the world through my lens, through my view, through my perspective, all that good stuff. So that's whether that's like lessons that I've been through, failures, resilience that I've built, anything that I've done, whether it's like career advice, fitness advice, challenge advice, books, sales tactics, business, just really anything that I've done. I just want to contribute to the world because I just believe that we all have a voice, we all have knowledge, we all have experiences that that other people can benefit from. So that's where the interviews are also going to come in. I'm just going to be basically like contributing to the world through my lens, and anybody that I interview, hopefully we can contribute as interview to make the world a better place. Because at the end of the day, that's just, I want to live an epic life of epic stories where I am a type of person who influences and makes other people's lives better just from knowing me. And I just want to help other people become the best versions of themselves through me becoming the best version of myself. So really excited for this journey and hopefully contributing to all of you. So again, thank you for listening. With that, let's talk about the challenges. So for anybody that doesn't know or has just kind of started following my journey, I have been basically dedicating this year to becoming the type of person who I've always wanted to be, whether that's building skills or learning new things or connecting with more people, or just really anything that challenges myself to make my life more of what I want it to be, or just make myself better. So, for example, some of the challenges that I've done in January, I did 10,000 push-ups, and then I had other people jump in. So shout out to you if you jumped into doing some push-ups with me. We got to a total of 17,800 push-ups with everybody that jumped in with me. Did a super fun giveaway with some amazing young musicians. They're called the Real Side Characters. So absolutely recommend checking them out. Their music is incredible and they're just so talented. So absolutely check them out. If you have a second, or just scroll down on my feed on any of my socials and you will see all of that. So amazing work. January was so much fun, and just really challenged myself every single day to do push-ups. I did 360 push-ups a day, which was really fun. So grateful for that challenge. The next one I did was it's just called Friends for February, and the whole point of that one was basically just because I had so many conversations with people where people were saying, oh, it's so hard to make friends nowadays, or it's really hard to meet people, or anything like that. And I just kind of wanted to break that belief within myself, and maybe even just help other people realize that you can just go up to you can go up to someone and just say, hi, do you want to be friends? Or just go up and talk to someone and never take rejection personally or anything like that. So, Friends for February was quite a journey. Met tons of really cool people. Ended up kind of developing that into a brand new career that led to a 5-year sponsored work visa, just because of putting myself in that uncomfortable situation where I went up and said hi, or almost bumped into someone and like chatted with them for a second. So it is quite powerful what happens when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations and find the benefits from it. So really, really awesome that that happened in Friends for February. Did a random little giveaway throughout that as well. Which was super, super fun. Still friends with that guy today. Actually, I just walked up and handed him $100. So shout out to you, brother. Would love to have you on the podcast eventually. I know we chatted about that last time I ran into you. So shout out to you if you've made it this far in the pod as well. Jesus, I don't know how to talk. So thank you, brother. And thank you to anyone that I met in Friends for February that's still following my journey. So cheers to that challenge. Really got uncomfortable and met some cool people, but also like have still some amazing friends and connections from that too. With that, March was a Murph for March. So anybody that doesn't know what a Murph is, it is essentially a mile run followed by 10,000. 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then another mile run. All of that in a 10 kilo or 20-pound vest. So I did that as a challenge for March. I essentially realized that through the push-up challenge, I was really just doing the motions to just prove to myself that I can do just that resilience building of like every day, the grueling work of 360 push-ups. But with March, I kind of realized that all these challenges have been about accomplishment, all that stuff, and I just really wanted to focus on growth and really focus on speed and building strength and who I actually want to be as someone who can like really show growth in himself or as a person. So with March, I really focused on speed, agility, strength, nutrition, different things like that. So I really focused on my calorie intake, and I would basically like focus on mobility and stretching, and then build that back up into getting faster at my Murph. So I ended up doing the Murph a couple times without a weight vest just because I didn't have my vest yet. And then the next time I attempted it with the vest, I like got obviously a lot slower, but then at the end of the month, I was able to beat my time without the vest with the vest on, which was just so awesome, and all that stuff. So also shout out to anybody that did the Murphs with me. So grateful for you, and it was so cool to end up doing a Murph with a couple other people, like side by side with them. So shout out you, special shout out to Josh if you're listening to this. You're awesome, brother. I was so cool that we got a Murph done in like 36 minutes or wherever we got it to. So amazing work, and so grateful that we got to that and got to suffer through that together. So shout out my boy Josh. April, I realized, was all about learning guitar. So that was kind of my challenge. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I thought about it and I was like, I thought it'd be really cool. It'd be a good challenge. And it's like an impressive skill or whatever. But then I kind of realized that once I was actually in the challenge, I didn't really care about learning it as much as I did of the benefit of spending time and having my little brother teach me. So I enjoyed that way more than actually the challenge of learning guitar. So I kind of like reflected on that quite a bit. And just realized that like sometimes the connection is more important than actually learning or being next level or impressive to other people or anything like that. So really, really awesome. Great challenge. It really is just like enjoying the process of getting better at something. I still suck. I'm so bad at guitar, but it's something that I'll continue to learn and continue to get better at over the years, because I just want to be the type of person who can play guitar. So it's definitely a never ending thing, and it's going to be like overall, over time, you get better and better the more you do it. So shout out for that challenge. May was awesome. So it was a martial arts challenge. So I started Muay Thai, which was so much fun. I love martial arts. I've done boxing, a tiny bit of jiu-jitsu, Krav Maga, kickboxing, just like different types of martial arts, just because I think it's really fun, and really enjoy the physical aspect, and especially like the mental toughness and the emotional regulation of it. Like, I feel like it teaches you how to control your emotions so much, and I just really enjoyed that aspect of it, and it's great stress relief, great fitness at the same time. So learning Muay Thai with my buddy Leon, we checked out a whole bunch of different Muay Thai gyms just within Wellington here in New Zealand, so it was super fun. Shout out you, brother. Absolutely a blast to do that with you, and can't wait to continue that journey as well. Just getting better at Muay Thai, really enjoying that fitness aspect of it, and then also just getting tactical, more skills of it, and just getting more powerful, and really getting good at it, because it's such a valuable skill to be good at martial arts. I feel like it's a quote I've always heard, is like, it's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. So that's just why I think about martial arts, and just that side of it, just because I want to be capable of that, but never use it. So unless it's absolutely needed. So that's why I enjoy martial arts. It's all about like the emotional regulation and the stress relief and the fitness of it all. So that's why I do it. And of course, June. The whole point of this June challenge is to launch and start a podcast. So you are obviously in the midst of that. So this is the challenge for June, just starting that podcast, enjoying the journey of it, getting that first episode out, and figuring out the software, failing on my face, because to be honest, like, I know the first one's always going to be rough, but you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So I just realized that like getting the first one out is more important than having the first one be perfect or anything like that. So that's why, like, you'll probably see this video and I don't even know if I'm looking at the camera the whole time, or if you're watching it, obviously you'll probably see that my eye contact with the camera is probably jacked up. I've probably said a few times, and like my speech just isn't perfect, and I'm probably all over the place just because I'm kind of like a chaotic person. Like, my brain's always fucking wiring on different things and just constantly thinking about stuff, and I go on tangents all the time. So as I go, I feel like I'm going to get better and better and better at podcasting alone, and then hopefully my first interview is probably gonna be so bad, but as I do more interviews, I'm hoping I can get better and better and better, just because it's kind of ridiculous to think that if you do something over and over and over again and you just really focus on the growth of it, that you won't get good. And I just believe that, like, I just genuinely believe that anytime I focus, or anytime I put time and energy into something I want to learn, I know that I'll get good at it. And that's just my belief. And how I think about anything I do in life is I just have to apply myself, fail until I get good, and not be afraid of looking stupid or anything like that. Like, I just realized failure is part of it, and sucking. Everyone starts with 0 followers. Everyone starts with 0 listeners. Everyone starts at the bottom, and you work your way up. But the key to it all that I'm starting to realize, I've really realized that probably within the last 3 years, is it doesn't matter as long as you never give up. So there's no such thing as failure. It's just you give up early. And I think of my life as in decades and not days or hours or anything like that. Like, these skills, speaking, talking to a camera, video editing, sales, leadership, like all of these skills that I'm building and everything that I'm doing now, I know is going to make my life 10 times better 10 years from now. And then 10 years from now, I'm going to use these stories and these skills, and it's going to 10x my life then. And then I'll be 10 times better because I'm constantly putting myself under pressure and stress and growth and all of that stuff, which was make me 10 times better in who I am today because I never stop growing. And I just really enjoy that life. I just don't know. For me, I just feel like I enjoy growth so much that I like get more uncomfortable when I'm not pushing myself than I just live in uncomfort. And it's kind of like that David Goggins mentality of like, I want to be uncommon again, like amongst uncommon people. I just want to be like out of people that do like, and granted, like I'm so like, there's so many people that are 10 times, 50 times, 100 times better than me, but in almost like most things that I do. But I realize that I can give it my best and I will always leave it all out on the field. Like, especially when it comes to like me in fitness. Like, I know I can give something my all, but there's always going to be someone more fit. There's always going to be some, and like with work, I know I can always give it my all, but I just know there's someone out there working harder. And like, there's always that person who's going the extra mile, but I still want to be the person who does that, and stuff like that. So that was a little bit of a tangent as well, but I just feel like that contribution of like being the type of person who always just gives it their all and really works their face off and inspires other by not inspires or impresses people by like, I don't really care to impress people by my results or anything like that. I want to show people my work ethic. Like, I would way rather have someone be inspired by how hard I worked at something rather than someone being like, oh, that came so easy to them or anything like that. Like, I want to put in the work to get good at things. And I want to be inspiring in that way, where they're like, God, that's like amazing to see that he never gives up, that he's determined, that he has resilience, that he pushes his boundaries and his limits and stuff like that. And I want to be the type of person who does that in every area of my life, whether it's wealth, health, relationships, friendships, anything like that. I just want to be the type of person who's just like relentless and insane self-belief and like great work ethic and all that stuff. So that's just kind of the whole point of me and who I want to be, and that's why I challenge myself. That's what this year is dedicated to. So like my whole goal by the end of this year, obviously with all the fitness challenge, I want to be a type of person who's fit, who can do that and have a mental resilience and like can always face failure and always just start. And I just want to be the person who takes action and never like thinks about doing things. I just want to like do things, jump in, fail as fast as possible, so therefore I can get good at the things that I want to get good at and not really care about the looking impressive or being anything like that. I just want to do and then learn along the way. And just because I just realized from all the success stories that I follow and who I want to be like, they just always say like action's the most important thing, and I just have found that to be very true in my life too. So that's it. That was interesting. Got in a tangent. I feel like I'm kind of going all over the place, but again, it's my first episode, so thank you for listening to my chaotic thoughts. Thank you for tuning in to Contribution with Conor. Thank you for listening to my challenges. If you jumped in or if you've helped out or if you've done anything just watching or told someone about my challenges or done push-ups or Murphs or running or play guitar or just like push yourself in any way because you see what I'm doing. Like, I'm so grateful for you to pay attention to anything that I'm doing, just because I'm just some dude on the internet who's trying to become the best version of himself and hopefully inspire and help some other people along the way. So that's it. Really interesting first episode. Really excited to see how I grow in this podcast journey. I realize like it's gonna be ups and downs, and my goal is just to remain consistent, never give up, and just contribute everything I can to you guys as the listeners. And really, I just want to make the world a better place, and I'm hoping I can do that on a grand scale. But I've realized that everything starts with just one step at a time. I actually have it even tattooed. It's what, I don't know if you guys can see it. If you're watching the video, I have one day at a time tattooed on my arm, and that's just something I really try and live by. I just take life one day at a time and just really chase the best version of myself. So, gosh, this is so chaotic. I'm so excited to watch this back and just watch how awkward I am. So cheers to anybody that's watching this. Thank you so much for making it to the end of the podcast. If you're listening, cheers to you. You are an absolute superhero. And if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. And all that stuff. I'm so excited to get better and better at this for myself and for you guys. So please provide feedback, reach out to me if there's any topics you want me to go over, lessons that you know. If you want to be interviewed, I will 100% interview anybody and everybody, just because I 100% believe that we all have value to provide to this world, and I believe that we can all contribute something. So if you want to be interviewed, please reach out. Would love to interview anybody and everybody. So cheers to that. Goodness gracious, I'm all over the place, but that's what first things are for, and I've probably said that 12 times, and that's okay. So the one thing again I want to share with you guys is a quote. It's just, I've heard it once and I'm so sorry I don't know who it's by, but it's, do not wait until the conditions are perfect. Beginning makes the conditions perfect. So the whole point of doing anything is like just starting, just beginning. It's okay if you suck. We all suck at something. Nothing comes like perfect when you first start, but you have to start. You have to just do the action. And like, it was like this action that I gave to a friend once, and I told him that action always cures indecision. So whether if it's something that you're anxious about, or you just don't know what to do, or like anything like that, just find the tiniest step forward that you can utilize to just move forward. Take one step in a direction that'll get you closer to your goal, closer to who you want to be, closer to the person you want to be, the goal you want to accomplish. Like, find the smallest, most minuscule little step that you can take to get you in the right direction. And once you go there, action always cures indecision, because once you start moving, you just start getting momentum, and then you take a bigger action and a bigger action, and then all of a sudden you look back and you're like, wow, look at who I've become, look at how far I've gotten, anything like that. So one last quote to end it all is, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a simple step. So just a little, I think it was Leo, I don't know. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible with who says the quotes and stuff like that. But cheers to anybody that's making it to the end of this podcast. We are just getting rolling, so please stay tuned. And any feedback you have for me, I'm so excited to hear it, because we all start somewhere. You know, like, this is my first go round, so unedited. Like, I didn't even really prepare a whole lot, and I'm just going for it. So first episode done. Cheers to that. We all start somewhere. You might as well start today. You can always tell yourself, oh, I'll do that one day. Oh, I'll do that one day. Or you can just decide it's day one. I do the thing and I take action. So find that small, minuscule thing that you can take action on, and absolutely never, ever give up. Because you can't fail if you don't give up. So cheers to that. Love you all. Thank you for tuning in to Contribution with Conor, and let's stay tuned and see what we can get done over the next couple of months in 2024, because stay tuned for more challenges. But this podcast, and like the guitar, the Muay Thai, the push-ups, the Murphs, the Friends for February, all of these are leading to a bigger thing. These small actions, these small challenges are leading me to a person I want to be. And it's stuff that doesn't just end in the month once the challenge over. This is a person I am becoming. So that's the whole point of this year, is I'm getting closer and closer to a person I want to be. So cheers. Bye guys. Thank you so much.